What's up? This is The Quad After Show, episode 7, The Eyes We're Watching. I'm DeAnJilo, this TK. We about to get to it. Let's go.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
What we got?
Go T.
This is, if y'all don't know.
Listen to the beat. Find the rhythm.
If y'all don't know about this song.
What you know about this song? That's what I want to know.
See,
You're
y'all.
like 5.
Just
What do you know
because
about this song?
Who's Goody Mo? Who's in Goody Mo?
Who's good?
Is he testing me?
I think so.
I mean, you
Who's
just
in
in
I'm asking you a
Atlanta.
question. All right, that's what I thought. Anyway, what's up? This is the Quad After Show. I'm DeAnJilo. I'm hyped today because we don't have a guest. We just got all of us. It's an intimate setting. It's just a
that's
family,
so
you know.
sweet.
It's been a while. I haven't seen
Yes.
y'all in like a week. So, you know, that's all I got. Do you guys want to, Lynneisha? Where can they find you? Okay,
I don't
online.
know.
Tell
I don't
them,
know.
please.
I have like giggles today. You guys can find me on Instagram. What's happening? On Instagram and on Twitter at Lynneisha_33.
Hi guys, welcome to the show. My name is Eva Hill, and you can find me on Instagram
Not
the
Twitter.
at the
You got
Eva Hill.
something to
And I don't have a Twitter and I don't have a Facebook. You don't have to have those things to be validated.
Next.
Should I give out my shout outs now or do you want me to give out shout outs
Do
later?
what you want. It's your world.
Do your shout out. Do
I'm
your
here.
shout out.
Alright,
I'm here.
so
I'm just here.
my name is TK Trinidad,
TK?
the one and only.
Ooh,
so many things, so many people I want to shout out. Thank you for everybody on. I need to check the iTunes. I'll get to y'all, I promise. But everybody on YouTube for giving us the comments.
Y'all
we love your
on.
feedback.
YouTube, y'all on.
Del Green and Samia D Boys, and then also Jay Underwood. There's no beef. You would know if there's beef. Just
We'll,
let me know.
we'll get
like,
into that.
we'll get into that.
Discuss. We'll discuss.
Also, I want to shout out Kat's Public Relations. So that's the people who represent Jake, who's on our show 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
So they had me come out, and I got to moderate for the Quad for SAG-AFTRA this week.
Saw that. That was
Proud of you, T.
It was an amazing
She's the one.
experience. So shout out to Kat's Public Relations
Yeah.
for hooking me up. I really, really appreciate it. Got to know the characters even better. Some of them are absolutely hilarious, but we'll get into
Some.
all of that. So
Just some.
Okay.
Just
You know,
I'm just messing.
we'll
I'm
get
messing.
into it.
Anyway,
Yes.
yeah.
anyways.
I still need to intro myself, apparently. I'm DeAnJilo. Follow me at DeAnJilo TV on Twitter and at DeAnJilo on Instagram. I have a Snapchat, but I don't use it, so there's no point in putting that out there. But I am very, very happy to... Before we even get into the show, actually, let's talk about... We got a couple things we need to divulge into.
Okay, yeah,
we don't
yeah,
have
yeah.
a guest, so I'm thinking we're going to let it a little loose. One...
Okay, what's loose? What is loose?
I'm hearing that there's beef from the streets, aka YouTube. We're hearing that there's beef between TK and Ava.
Oh, no.
Can we get it down into this? Is there beef? Is there some type of divide between you guys?
I think what happens is that I have a very, not that you don't have a strong personality, but I think I just have a very
No, we both do, but we both respect each other.
Yeah,
I
and
respect her.
I have a very snarky, sarcastic
Yeah.
humor, especially if I get to know you well enough. Then I'll just
Right.
keep throwing at it, and she just keeps catching
And I
them.
take
I'm like, okay. So I think Jay just thought like, oh, she's just keep
No, that's
hitting her
not.
with the
That's not
snowballs.
the case.
Fun.
So yeah,
That's not
we
the
good.
case at all. And a strong personality always can catch up on another strong personality. And when you know how to balance those two,
Yeah.
it's all good. That's it's love. We have fun.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm actually glad that we're hosting another show together
Yes.
because if we weren't, I would be kind of upset because this would be the second to last. You would
I
be
kind
sad.
of happy though.
No, you would not.
See, but
She lying. She would
we
be
know
upset too.
when TK says something rude, it's because she loves you. If she's
love
nice
is
to
kind of
you,
strong, but I like you.
yeah.
Do you love me?
If I don't say anything to you, then I don't.
And if you notice,
Do you love
TK
me?
never says anything to me during the show. She doesn't care anything about me, which is
Do you
fine,
love me
know?
though, T?
Love's a strong word. We don't know each other like that.
Okay, I'm glad we. I'm glad we
And the beef continues.
Throwing the word.
I'm kidding.
Throwing the word
I'm kidding.
around.
It is a strong word, but I will say that we do respect one another and we always have fun on the show. So that it is what it is.
Cool, I'm glad we done. Actually, that's all I had.
Okay.
You know what? Jay
thought that
got
was
a
gonna go a
double.
little
Is that his
longer.
name? Jay got a double shout out because not only do we address him on YouTube, but now he's getting addressed on the show. So now he has a double confirmation.
Yeah.
So there's nothing going on.
What? Jay? Jay.
Jake.
I thought we were talking about Jake. I was like,
Oh, that's why I was confused.
Shout
about
out
too.
to Jake though. Jake and
Jay, the guy that wrote on YouTube, isn't his name Jay?
Yes.
Yes.
But
I
we
think
already
you're
gave
talking
Jay
about
enough
Jake
attention.
Allen, our
Shout
guest
out to
yesterday.
Jake.
Gotcha.
Jake is going to be coming on the show for the season finale next
He
Thursday.
must have loved us.
Also,
Talk to you
who else is also coming on the show is Sean Blakemore, who plays the coach on the quad.
Got a
So
dark-skinned brother coming
they
in. Got
both
some
will be
representation.
joining us.
Yes.
And to add even more, we will be drinking a little bit for the finale.
I'm under the age
Yes.
of 21.
Oh, that sucks.
No,
You're
I'm
not.
And then also,
was like,
FYI,
oh,
people,
retract that.
on Thursday too, please be sure to check out. We're doing the season premiere of the show Rebel.
Woo!
And we got a special
We
guest.
got a special
who
guest.
We've already
Special
met, and I'm
guest.
jealous.
John Singleton.
I know.
How you meet him already?
Yeah.
Because
Anyway.
TK, I'm telling you,
TK
she
got the
be
plug.
out here
TK is the
networking.
plug.
She's out here, boss.
Networking.
I just have a Twitter account, y'all.
All right, cool.
And I use it.
Cool. I think that was like long enough. If we go any longer, we
Yeah, we
might
could get some hate.
We might not-
Yeah.
right.
I gotta be like,
Right.
so what happened?
Jay's gonna be back.
Right.
Jay, he will be back. I promise you on YouTube, probably.
All right, so much content from the show. Another good episode as always. They got me
Yeah.
hooked. So at the end of last week's episode, we saw at the very end Dr. Cecil Diamond fall out onto the ground. It looked very painful.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I want to start there. I think I want to start with Cedric because we haven't seen Cedric in a while. And so what we saw was the thing that kind of had defined him thus far a lot in college was his girlfriend being killed. And so we have some developments in this week's episode. We found out that Chantel's brother,
Dre.
who is Dre, came through and they know who killed her. So he's put in this situation where he can either... You were right.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
she really
you were
gave
right,
credit.
but you didn't
But
even
let me
want to
set up this
wait.
question first. Very long-winded. I'm giving a quick recap of what happened for the people who didn't watch. I hope you watched. So we see basically Cedric is put in a situation where his new self, his self who has an opportunity in the future, is pinned against himself from the past, the people he was around, and there's a bit of a clash. How do you guys feel about, one, how Cedric handled this situation in general, Bryce's role in it, and then also, at the end, how Chantel's brother, Dre, decided to handle the situation? 3 questions. Talk.
Well, I appreciate Bryce for trying to step in and help him because he saw where he was going. He was starting to go down the wrong road, you know, because the brother came, he handed him the gun. Like, are you ready? Are you strapped? Are you ready to do this? Let's go. And he didn't reject it. He took it, you know, so that goes to show where he was about it. He was
Right.
going to go through with that. So for Bryce to kind of step in to help because he sees like your future can go someplace else, you know, and she also wanted, Chantel, she also wanted your future to go somewhere else. So I appreciate Bryce for stepping in because like we see later that it actually helped.
Yeah.
I wonder if the Cedric ever shot a gun before because
No.
it's easy. It's easier to like
don't
carry
know.
the gun, but then if he got to the moment, would he have actually done it?
I don't know. I'll say this because the brother, and if they were from around the same area in Chicago, the brother had a 79th Street South Side tattoo. I mean, being from Chicago, if Cedric was from the same area, he might have.
Oh, yeah. Because you're from
It's
Chi-Town,
possible.
right?
Yeah.
Okay,
and then
so
when
that
I
was
saw
a real...
that, when I
That was
saw
some real-
79th Street,
Well, that's interesting to know that they go into that type of detail. with
Yeah,
the show.
yeah.
That's dope. Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
I saw that, I was like, yeah. So like I said, if they're from the same area, it's possible.
Based on how he looked at the gun when it was put in his face, I don't know if he has shot a gun before, but he did know how to unload it and load it back up. So
Yeah.
Roommate-wise, though, between Cedric and Sydney, they have some real
Strong.
down, loyal roommates. Okay?
Yeah.
Really.
I agree.
Because
They
he
do.
could, you know, his roommate could easily be like, it has nothing to do with me.
Well,
I don't care.
That what Bryce did was took a lot
Bryce
of
is,
boldness.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I guess also because he involved his father, he probably has some emotional ties to that because he did get his father involved.
Yeah,
in
and
the
he
whole
probably feels
situation.
guilty a little bit.
Right. So he probably does feel like he has to intrude, but
And
still,
proves his
I
brother
mean,
wrong too. He feels
Yeah.
to prove his father wrong.
Right.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. So, you know, either way though, I mean, roommate wise, they have some loyal roommates. They do. I'm just saying. So,
This whole it was kind of I think with only one more episode left, it was kind of like to tie up loose ends. I think maybe we could have explored it a little bit further in kind of almost an episode dedicated to Cedric because he kind of fell off a little bit. So it's now, you know, we saw him on the bed, so it looks like he's studying, so that's good. But you know, he didn't really deal with the fact that not only did his girlfriend die, she was killed. So I'm like, you know, wondering the fact that he bounced back so quickly was kind of
Weird.
Kind of weird. The fact that Bryce kind of stepped in, that's great, but I don't know. I'm glad that he did, but I don't know. I'm confused about how
The
that all
dynamic.
went. Yeah, how
I
that
agree with
went
you
down.
because we didn't even see what happened with Ebony, and because she stayed over the last
Right.
time we saw,
yeah.
and we don't even know what happened. And I think
Can I say?
they if
Do you think they boned?
No, but
They would've
I
showed
feel
us
like
that.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's something there. It's a little bit beyond a friendship to me. Just like
Who said
2%,
that?
10%,
Who said
20%.
that? Somebody said that on the show.
Okay, I'm
did.
giving you credit.
She did.
Oh, you
Are
did
you
too.
kidding me?
Oh, I don't
The
think
one
so.
thing I said
You
right
have
on
to,
the
you
show.
have to remember who said what on this
Come on,
show.
girl.
Start writing it down.
God, anyway,
I got
Okay, I agree with
the
you.
folks'
Thank you, appreciate
names.
you.
I get people on the show. I can't do everything. Just
right,
messing with
you
you.
can't do everything too.
Yeah, I don't think there's, but you know.
You really
yeah.
don't. Not
No.
10%.
I think it's a good friendship.
Nothing else.
She might feel like it presented itself. It's like, hey, this is something I can sit on. Great, but
But see, I feel like sometimes experiences draw people together. You know what I mean? So he's going through his thing. She went through her thing.
Right, like, if they
and
have-
so there's a connection.
right, but he didn't really pose that. Like what he should have done if he was into is like, oh, like he said she can sleep on the floor, right? If they were insinuating,
was sleeping on the
But
floor.
he
He was
only
sleeping.
said that
No,
because
no,
Bryce
no.
was like, so
No,
you're going to have this
no.
girl.
No, it's too early for it's too early for them to get to the point where he needs to pursue her. They're still developing.
How
I
is
don't
it
think he
too
should
early?
pursue her, but and I
Because his
don't-
girlfriend just died. How he just gonna
Oh,
bounce
yeah,
back
true,
like that?
true.
How y'all forget? That was the episode.
Yeah.
all right, let's move on.
I need to teach
yeah.
y'all something.
Oh yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
don't
we're
think
gonna
nothing's
move on.
happening
Yes.
there. So yeah.
Yeah.
we can-
Okay,
So
maybe
maybe
like
season
10%, 10%, 10%.
Okay.
It's like 2. Let's
All
go.
right. We'll
10.
leave that there. We'll leave it there. Yeah, we're gonna leave
Yeah.
it there.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So some other things that we saw in regards to gender dynamics. This is a segue, guys. Taisha, Jake, and Junior
I
were
can't.
put in a
Bojan.
scenario.
DeAnGilo loves his
I love
segues.
Right.
Doesn't
I
he?
put thought into him like 2 minutes before I say it. Okay, sorry. Bojan, Taisha, and Junior. Okay, they were in a scenario because of a class assignment, and basically, long story short, it was a scenario where it was kind of pinned up double standards on gender expectations, which I think all of us we can understand that that's a reality, especially when it comes to sex. Here's my question to you guys: when you were at school, whether yourself or your friends,
Uh-oh.
how did you defend, how was your perception of people who came off as promiscuous, female and male? Like, was there I guess it's easy to say that there's a double standard in gender expectations, especially at school. But when you individually think about yourself at school,
Right.
did you feel like you contributed to such stereotypes or took
was-
away from?
I was a different thinker. We had this one chick, I won't say her name, but she was just slanging back the football team. And I'm like, look,
Slinging back.
Slanging
Ooh.
back.
I'm like,
That's-
look.
God.
Your
Wow.
adjectives and verbs today?
Wow. I'm glad you didn't say her name,
Wow.
actually.
This is
Ebony
like
was
after 3 hours of
consider-
sleep.
Okay.
But this is she was, you know, she was doing her thing, and like we were friends, and my thing is like, look, I don't have a problem with you doing that, but if you're gonna do that, you might as well get paid. Like, you know, don't.
Wow. She said you might as well get paid.
Yeah, because don't put yourself out there. Everybody's talking about you, and you know, just be a businesswoman about it.
Wow.
Because there is.
And you know what
I ain't
though?
gonna-
You went to
Yeah,
a
get
big
something out of
school,
it.
so
I
the
was with you,
fact
so someone to know-
that
yeah, that's a
her
good point.
name was
That's a
good
was
point.
passing around like that because
Well, here's what happened. I knew a lot of see. My thing is because I was an athlete, I was in the athlete circle.
oh,
and because I was
okay.
also a tomboy, I knew a lot of the male athletes. So chicks would see me in class and like, oh, she knows. Let me.
Let
and
me-
I already hit to them. I was like, all right, cool. Like we can be friends. You can go off and use whoever to do whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
So if you want to use me to get it in with this football player, he's happy, she's happy, whatever. But if you're gonna be doing multiple, like, come on, be a businesswoman about it and call it a day. That was my interpretation of
okay.
it.
Alright.
So pretty much make a business out of it.
Hey.
I'm here for it.
So
you
not
gotta
against it,
Pay
but
off
more
tuition.
so
Pay off
getting
tuition while you're
benefit
using
from
tuition.
it.
Make it
Get
work
some of
for
the
you.
scholarship that
Make
he
it work
has.
for you, people.
If you're gonna, and it depends. Like I can't instill my beliefs on somebody else,
Right.
right? I
Right.
can't say, you know what, you need to keep your legs shut. Da, 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 da. You just,
Another adjective. Just very descriptive today. We're quite descriptive.
So it's just like I can't tell you. You know, you can look at my actions and basically because that's how I rolled, right? So if you want to look at my actions and be like me, then cool. But if you want to do you, then do you. I'm not gonna judge you for that. But you know,
as you should,
be a businesswoman about it, male or female.
Any other input, ladies?
I don't really have any. I was trying to think about that.
I was just perfect.
Right?
No, no. I went to a small school, so we kind of all were kind of family oriented, and I was Greek, so we were kind of even more close.
And then you know everything. It's like 2 degrees.
Right?
Separation.
Yeah, literally. So you know, because of that, I didn't really date in college. But I, decided.
That is so insightful.
You know
the fact that
what?
you just said that, I just got like a light bulb just went off in my head.
The boyfriend that I did have, he didn't go to my school. So on like weekends,
Is this the most recent boyfriend still?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't have a boyfriend.
Well, I mean, like the most recent relationship you got out of,
which was like 3 years ago. Yeah.
Okay. So this is your only boyfriend?
No.
Okay.
No. This is someone else.
So
this is someone else.
Tell us about
this is
your life.
years ago.
So was this like?
So here's my life, guys. No.
So was this like Madison? You kept calling him and he just never showed up. Like what's the...
No. So we were in a long distance. You know what, y'all?
No, I'm here for you.
We were in a long distance relationship, but I dated outside of school because it just we were so tight in school that it was just if you dated
like your
him,
brother.
right?
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
just weird,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so
It
I
changed the
just
friend
couldn't do
dynamic.
it. I just
I feel you.
yeah.
I'm here with you.
And then it's off limits because if you date one person in the
can't
clique,
date them,
then you can't date anybody else. And so at my school, like I said, there wasn't a lot of us. So it was just like if you dated one person, then you just the whole dynamic is messed up. And then of course you have other friends who are also dating. It's just like you don't have anybody to choose from. So I was like, I'm not dating on my campus.
Yeah, that's the same with the black girls on campus. I went to Oregon and it was like 99% white. There's only a handful of us.
Yeah.
And even though we didn't necessarily know, because we had a lot of girls who weren't athletes, even though we didn't know each other, we knew each other. And it's just like, if this dude dated this girl.
Right. And then
her-
it's like, you feel like you dated him. Yeah, it's just weird. And so, and then the plus side to that was that people weren't my business because my boyfriend wasn't on campus. So I could go away to South Carolina upstate and then.
Oh, he was that far?
I mean, upstate from my college was like 3 hours.
Okay.
It's not bad. I mean, South Carolina's butt so big.
Right.
TK showing, she throwing shade, y'all.
I'm just listening.
This is actually insightful.
Is this tea?
This is
This
we'll
is tea?
discuss after later.
Yeah.
But I think we should get back to the show, guys. What do you think? Yeah, let's do that.
Cassandra from
Was that your segue?
Cassandra Sellers said way back when I went to college, I looked at everyone as equal in the promiscuous game. I didn't want to judge.
Look at
I agree with you.
I think you stand out in that because not
Wait,
most
okay,
people are like that.
elaborate. Elaborate.
So she said she looked at everyone as equals, whether you were promiscuous.
I mean, I looked at people like that too, but if there's 12 people for 4
But I feel like
years,
That's
like,
quite difficult to do. If that's true, if you did that,
Yeah.
Cassandra, I commend you.
Because I feel like at the time I was going to school, I don't remember like one girl that stood out or anything like that. And I think it was kind of like college, people were dating, and I don't really feel like there was any judgment. Because I don't, like in high school, you can kind of be like, oh yeah, you knew the girl
High
that
school,
was,
people
you know.
were doing some stuff in high school.
Oh hell yeah! Go back to
Yeah,
middle
you
school.
start.
Thank God I'm
towards
from
the
the
end of
Man,
the
I'm from the
year.
inner city.
17,
I'm from DC. That's
we low-key
Yeah.
judged on our campus. It wasn't, it wasn't like a huge drama thing. We just kind of always knew who was with who and who was messing with who, and you just kind of let it be that.
Yeah, I
you know what I
think it was
mean?
kinda like
And then I decided to just not take part in any of that and then take my business elsewhere. So,
All right, let's move on.
Cassandra is opening up to us.
Yeah, Cassandra
Hey,
said,
Cassandra.
I was a cheerleader in college and I was judged as a whore, only hung out around athletes. That kind of happens too.
Yeah. Just if you hang out, even if you're not doing anything.
I feel like this
Which is
is-
what we kind of saw from Taisha
is getting
in this
deep.
situation. Yeah.
People are opening up on YouTube and everything.
Well, you know,
Thank you.
Once they
for-
realize we're just trying to find you a man, everybody else feels like,
Oh
they
my
wanna-
gosh. Are we going to get into that at one point?
I don't think we
Okay,
have
maybe
time.
I don't. Yeah,
Let's go.
probably not. So
Yeah, because we don't have a long time.
So look, the last thing we saw in last episode was Dr. Cecil Diamond fall out. We saw him in the hospital. He's fine. He's alive. He had an opportunity to open up with his
he's
sister.
fine.
He's fine, as
He's
in
fine, like he's
capable.
okay.
Yes,
He's okay.
He's
He's not
functioning
fine, like
because
fine.
he. I mean, if you think
Doing
he
well.
is,
You know what? In person and his personality, I'll give it to him. Like
no, I didn't know which one he was referring to. That's
right.
all.
No, she's trying to
I don't think he would.
Yeah. I'm glad you know.
But he's hilarious because I said that we love to hate. We love to hate. I said we all love to hate his character, and he's like, no. We don't. You shouldn't hate my character, and he was listing it off.
Reasons why.
Reasons why.
Well, Michelle / Madison came here and she said he's the most different from his actual character.
Yeah.
So I would imagine it's hard to imagine someone that evil. However, my question to you guys, because of that,
another one,
because he has health issues. He has layers. He has feelings for his sister. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things going on. Have you guys softened to him at all? Especially after he finally opened up to his sister at the end of this episode.
I see. This is the thing about great writing for shows, and this is why I'm loving BET. They're now showing a diverse range for the characters. So now we're seeing every angle.
Yeah, like an arc.
Right.
There's an arc.
So like not one person. You know how you see some shows and you just hate that person the whole time.
He's the villain forever.
Right.
Yeah.
This
he's not the villain.
Yeah. You're just showing so many different angles, and it's a beautiful thing. So I've softened up to him. From both ways, just meeting him in person and seeing how different he is from the character, and then also seeing how he interacts with the sister, and then finally opening up to his sister and saying, this is what I have, and that dynamic, and how the sister now understands why he left, and how all those stories, because what makes us who we are today is because of those stories.
Yeah.
So,
he's a very strong actor. I was saying that when we were watching the show. I've enjoyed his character actually. Yeah. And there is an arc, and you kind of see him getting humbled by life and trying to do right by his sister and trying to get, I just hope that he softens up with the band a little bit. Maybe over time he won't be as
he
like.
might not be alive.
He's
Well,
I think that's
case. That has a big influence. That's a big
point.
influence on why he's getting this perspective, because his life might be.
Yeah, I think once exactly what you're saying. Once you see the end near versus far, then and I think they gave him like a year. Less than a year.
Yeah, I think like less.
So when you see all that, then it's like, why be angry? So.
If you guys were in that situation, say you had, God forbid, had like some life-ending, like cancer or whatever, well, there was a scene there where like he could take a trial treatment, right, quote unquote, and it has all these side effects. It may work, it may not work, blah 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 blah. Do you think if you were in that situation, you would take his approach and be like, nah, I'll just take what's normal, or would you be experimental? I know it's a weird question.
I wouldn't be experimental.
I mean, it depends. I mean, it depends on where I am in my life. If this is now in the state, like I don't mind either way because I'm happy. Like if I were to go tomorrow, I'm good. Like I'm happy. There wouldn't be anything like I wish I would have done this, or I wish like I've gone through life pretty much the way I wanted to do it. So, if I tried the trial and I would have died in 2 weeks, or if I don't and I die in a year, like I'm good.
Right.
Wow.
I think
Wow,
that's good.
Yeah. That's good.
Well,
I don't feel that.
That's really good. Wow. Okay.
We get in there.
Okay. On that
I was
note,
gonna say it's like rolling the dice, and then maybe you could, if you take the treatment, maybe you do look up and get the treatment, and it actually works for you. You do have those side effects that can be horrific, but then the upside is what if it works?
Right.
So and then it's a disease that you may just go anyway.
Yeah.
So let's not try. Why not try?
Oh, okay.
Oh, look, she got me being nosy too.
I thought it was some dude. I was like, who's this?
How I feel about it.
But no, yeah, I think that's a pointed point. It's really good, guys.
So Courtney, Courtney says, wait, there was somebody. Oh, Courtney says Eva and TK. We crack her up. So thanks, Courtney.
They crack us up too.
And she wanted to know, did they say how much time he has? So I believe if he took the drug and it was a placebo, it was like a 2 months. And if he took the drug and it wasn't placebo, I think it was like a year or 2 years. And if he didn't take the drug, it was like under a year. I think that's how it.
What would you have done?
Well, I don't think I would take the special treatment.
Me neither.
I don't think I would. But I think about if I'm in that case and I have a family and stuff, then maybe I would. So fight for them. Maybe. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last thing that we need to go over, guys, is Dr. Eva Fletcher, the boss. Okay, so we saw a little bit about her. We saw a further dynamic with her and Dominique, the donator, who's always been flirting with her. I don't know why this was a development. But so another guy who wants her, cool. And then so
hard life. First world problems.
Yeah. But then also, which I thought was a little bit more interesting, was the other girl coming out and saying that Terrence raped her.
Right.
I had some emotions towards this. But I want to know.
Me too.
Okay.
And I'm a little hesitant to say.
Well, I think it'll be
Wait,
better.
you didn't believe her?
No, what do you think? You are. This is your show.
Well, I don't know about all that, but
This is your show.
No, he stated correctly. And what I will say, that was correct.
So much shade. So
That was
much
correct.
shade on this show.
But we
I
tossed
see
it.
why the YouTube commenters thought that there was beef. You know what? I understand. Anyway, sorry. Answer the question.
No, I don't really want to say that because I feel like it's also going against the whole situation in general, because as a society, when women have the confidence to come out, we automatically, there are some that automatically say, oh, well, she's making it up, this and that, and I don't want to be an example of that. So I don't like to talk until I really know the facts.
But you feel
however,
this way
knowing how
because-
she is,
Okay.
knowing how she is, you know, I
talking
would like
about
to see the
Sydney?
facts. Yeah, I would just like to see the facts.
Oh.
And so then when someone else came out and said he raped me too, then I was like, okay.
Oh, okay. So you're going kind of backwards.
Oh, see,
I'm
Yeah,
taking,
yeah.
right, I'm
About
taking
the
10 steps
new girl.
back to go 40 steps forward. You
Right.
see what I'm
I hear
saying?
you. I hear you.
Okay.
So it's Trina and Maya. So if you remember Trina, she wasn't the one who said Terrence raped her, as Maya. But Trina was, I think, either the episode before or the episode before that, where she was in Madison's the room and saying, you know, where's Sydney? I want to see Sydney because she needs to speak out. The fact that she was, I understand her passion, but the fact that now she brought in another girl into the situation to say that Terrence raped her makes me kind of suspect.
Yeah.
Like if the other girl came by herself, and you know she spoke to Dr. Fletcher and said, you know, this is a situation.
But
whatever.
suspect in what way? Like, what do you think is underneath
like
that?
It felt like there's
a plot?
There's a plot. Like Maya, like Trina put Maya up to it in order to take Terrence down.
Trina has an agenda for sure.
Right.
You know,
So you know
So that's what
we don't know how far
right,
she's willing
and
to
so
go.
and we all and
Yeah.
Sydney stays having an agenda, and
Well, I
so
don't
that's
think
why
Sydney's on the same agenda
Yeah.
with Trina.
Yeah.
I see. Here's my thing.
okay.
Here's my only thought, guys. I think that Sydney and Terrence both are strong in their conviction that what they thought happened.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know, how do I say this? I don't think that they're like, it's tough to say in a law situation you have to choose who's right or wrong.
Right.
But I feel like both of them feel and
Strong.
should be justified on why they feel that way.
But does
So how
he
this
feel
play
that
out?
way, or is he just backing the fact that he's that he's a football player and he's the star right now, and so he's just trying to save his career?
Oh, go ahead.
One of
You know
two
what I
things.
mean?
It's either he's a very good actor and is great at lying to folks,
Everybody.
which I don't think so for in his case, because it seems like in other things, like he's so if you remember him and Bo John are looking at the tape, he's so distracted by the situation. Like
Yeah.
if you were good at lying and you already know, well, I'm gonna get out of the situation because I'm a football player,
wouldn't be
then
affected.
he's gonna now look at
agree.
his job because
agree.
his job is being a quarterback.
Right. Yeah.
So I think the fact that he's affected by it, he's really like, oh crap, like they might not believe me, and this is what truly happened in my mind.
Right.
So I don't know about that, but I just I really just got this really, you know, when the way how passionate Trina was and how she went about it, I don't know if that was the writer's
I agree. I didn't
reasoning.
think about that.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
made me
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
suspect.
yeah.
Like,
But then,
okay.
that's
Yeah.
back to when she
Right,
was so
right,
aggressive.
right,
And I
right.
mentioned that.
Right,
last
it's
week,
just like I think it was it the Tiger Woods? He had a whole bunch of females and only a handful of them it was actually true. And again, it might have happened. It's just how they set it up. It makes me believe like, okay, I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
So you know. And according to the cast, I tried to dig as deep as possible. They wouldn't tell me nothing. They just said the finale is going to be on point.
Yeah,
It's
we
going
saw
to
the
be
preview.
Every episode has been on point.
Yeah.
You know,
though.
they
I'm
said
very surprised
pretty
with
much
the
they
show.
said everything that we predicted is not right.
What?
Wow.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah,
I
everything
like
we
that, 'cause
predicted.
I'm usually pretty good at guessing.
Yeah, because I was talking to Madison, I talked to Jake, I talked to the coaches. Like, when are you even gonna get together? He's like, yeah. We'll watch the season
Michelle
finale.
would not budge.
Yeah,
Like
none of them.
when
I
she
like
was on,
that. She had a poker face and
she
everything.
They all
was when
did.
she was on the show.
Except for
I
Jake.
was
Jake was
look.
a
I was
little-
even looking
Jake
at
was a
her
little
when
leaky.
she would respond.
That's because Ava
He
was
was
giving him the
leaking.
lot.
He was
eyes.
distracted.
I was.
You was right across from him too. Anyway,
Shout out to Jake.
Yeah, shout
When
out
you
to
when
Jake.
you
I
gonna
can't
take
wait for
this
him
girl to
come.
Venice?
I got ideas for you, Jake, too. I think I know what Ava would like on the first date. I do, and so I'm gonna share it with you.
Oh, actually, speaking
You
of
know what,
that, we
Jake?
are gonna bring some dominoes next week because Jake said he's gonna teach her.
Can we
how
do
to play
spades? Because that's what my family
dominoes.
does.
Well, I
My
don't.
family's
Jake
into
might not know
spades.
spades.
Okay, fine. It's not about me.
Just like that. It sounds like you're advancing him too soon. He doesn't know all that.
Oh well. Well, Jake will talk.
He doesn't know.
Hit me up on a.
You know what he knows? Okay. Just checking.
I think we covered everything, guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys have anything to add? Do you have predictions on the
Did
season
we go
finale?
into like?
I can't wait for the guests next week. It's gonna be fun.
Did we go into Dr. Fletcher and Dominique? Like we kind of touched on it, but
If
did
you have anything to share, sure.
Okay, no, I was just.
I wasn't moved by it.
That's because I felt like we brought it up and then it kind of.
It happened. I mean, was it surprising to any of you
Yeah.
guys? Were you surprised?
I don't know. I think that the acting's so well. They're talking about poker faces. The acting is so well that you still don't even know what direction they're going.
It was well cast.
Yeah. Like it feels
well
like
cast.
Eva is gonna. She knows what she's doing and she's playing it correctly. But then again, like the fact that she felt overcome or succumb to the young kid. Like, and all this happened because of that. She got caught and stuff like that. Makes me believe that her
She'll
dealing with men is not
cautious.
right. So, what are you smiling
Why?
at?
Why are you smiling? What did I do?
Anyways.
Wow.
So
You know what?
That was it.
Do you like to share anything? with
No,
us?
nothing. I'm excited for next week.
Oh, of course she
Good
is.
for you too. I am. Cool.
Oh, and shout out to Jake's dad.
Oh my!
Phenomenal guy.
I've heard
Phenomenal.
great things.
Yeah, phenomenal. He's such a nice dude. Such a nice dude.
Really?
Phenomenal guy.
Great.
Yeah. So.
Does he feel? Let me not do that. So guys, I think if we're done, then you can tell them where to find you on social media.
Wait, we have to do predictions. Did we do
Oh,
predictions?
y'all didn't say anything.
Oh, cool. I'll start off
Yeah,
with
and
a
then you said
prediction.
everything we predicted is wrong. So
I
I
didn't
don't
say
have
that.
any more predictions.
How would I say that?
No, I said
She
that
said
based
that.
off everybody.
Y'all don't listen.
So I want Eva. We're gonna wrap this up real quick. So I want
Y'all don't
Eva
listen.
and Coach Hardwick to get together. I'm hoping she picks him, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
I'm here for that too.
Later down
I'm
the
here for that.
line.
I'm
Later
here for that.
down the
I
line.
support it.
After he graduates.
I
from grad
support
school.
it.
I think it
support
should
it.
happen, but it won't.
I support it.
Oh, you're
Danny
fine.
Brown, the drum major. I think he's gonna fight for his position back, and they're gonna find out that Noni did it, which is gonna be a whole nother thing. Because I think if she gets kicked off,
You think she did it?
she gave the information.
Are
She
you
sent the
kidding?
information?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're right. No,
Yeah.
She
Are you
looked at
kidding?
the phone right after. I
Okay.
forgot.
Yep.
Girl.
Y'all don't listen.
Or
You gotta
watch,
say
I
it
guess.
more. You gotta say it
So,
more bass next
so
time.
I think they're gonna find out that Noni did it, and this is one or two things are gonna happen to her. She's gonna not be like the nice girl that she started off as, and it's gonna
A savage?
yes. And then I hope Jake and Taisha, he gets a little something,
A
something.
little chocolate.
And I also shout out to
He
Junior.
has a girlfriend. Hello?
Hello.
Like what?
Shout out to
Where
Junior.
did she come from? She
I
hasn't
love,
been back.
he's amazing. Shout out to Junior.
Long distance
Forget
relationships. Ava can tell you about the company.
Yeah,
Well,
Bojan's
obviously-
girlfriend doesn't really exist. She's not there
Yeah,
physically. She
Ava
doesn't
can't really
count.
tell us because
Damn.
it didn't work.
Y'all
because she's single.
savages.
So
Anybody? That was a great list of predictions.
thank
guys.
you.
I'm single until the right man comes along,
He might
okay?
be here. Nisha, do you have a prediction?
Did you just call her Nisha?
I said Lynneisha.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just gonna
What
wait
she
till
can
next
say.
week and see what's
That's
gonna
a
happen.
safe.
I'm with you.
That's
No,
that's safe.
But she's smart.
That's safe, and I'm gonna do that as well. I'm just gonna wait.
I like this. Good job, guys.
I'm just gonna
Lynneisha,
wait.
would you like to tell them where they can find you on social media?
You guys can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at Lynneisha_33.
And you guys can find me on Instagram at the A Bill.
We are too much.
All right, y'all. So, one announcement before I get out of here.
You sure we should
Lynneisha
do
this?
and
Special.
Ava are both single. They're looking for some men, educated preferably, with
Yeah.
jobs.
Only.
Anywho,
Degreed.
DM them.
Oh, in her
Do you
shot.
want to say it real quick to just, that?
No, I didn't.
She's on
Wait, what?
several
No,
platforms.
oh, no.
Here's
The
thing,
spotlight
Lynneisha's
is
on
The show is
several
over.
platforms,
You just have to,
you know.
like, close out.
So she's more accessible. Twitter, you're on Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram, right? So I'm
Go
saying,
to her DMs.
No,
She's
I already
single.
followed that up because I was
Maybe
just
wait till
Single.
Rebel comes out. 'Cause
Single.
We'll highlight her.
Single lady.
You know what we didn't do? We didn't have her
Single.
highlight the school. Would you like to give us a synopsis about Hampton
I
University?
don't think we can do that.
No, because
That's
they're
like
literally
3
like.
minutes.
We got
This
3
song
minutes and
is
52
on right
seconds.
now.
Yeah, we can't.
I think
we can't do
I
that.
have faith in you. I
We
think you
can't
can.
do that. I have faith in me too, but you know what? You got to be realistic sometimes.
3 minutes and
Anywho,
44 seconds.
if
Ooh.
you want to,
Take the
they're
driver's
single,
seat.
Yeah,
all
you
that good
in
stuff.
charge.
If you have any issues, want to shout some love, all that good stuff. My name is TK Trinidad. You can find me on everything at TK Trinidad.
Can we, the panel you just did though, can we see that anywhere visually?
Yes, I
Would
can.
you like
I
to tell
will.
us?
I can post it up on my
Please.
Twitter.
I would love to watch
You
that
are
too.
really
Yeah, I do wanna watch
taking
that.
advantage of this 3 minutes right now.
I have 3 minutes and 18 seconds.
Okay. All right.
Anything else? How was your week?
Why are you throwing it to us? You said you have 3 minutes
My
and 18
week has
seconds.
been amazing. How's your week
I had a
been?
pretty good week. Wow.
Yeah.
I did. It was great.
You did?
Has been
I can't wait. And then we're all going to go out tonight together.
I want everybody to come
We're
for
gonna have
us and
drinks.
say...
TK, would you like to come to drinks?
Would you like to
with us
come to
afterwards?
drinks?
I
So
actually
that you
have
can hang out?
another show and I have to be up at 4 a.m.
Ooh. Excuse the hell out of me.
You guys can find me on TMZ.
You guys can.
Oh, I saw you. I
find-
like your TMZ.
You don't like me here?
I prefer you to my TMZ. JK. What did you have to say? 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
I don't have. I just don't.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm
we're
sorry.
gonna. I
I'm
can't wait
sorry.
to do next week. We're gonna drink. We're gonna have fun.
Yes,
I don't know if you
It's
should based off
gonna
of this show.
be lit.
Oh, and then
Can I bring
also
some Henderson?
John
bring
Singleton
Henderson.
wants tequila, and Sean wants he gave me a list, but we're
You
gonna
got that,
we're gonna be drinking with John
I'm
Singleton.
gonna bring me
too.
some Henny to represent for the brothers out there. But y'all can hit me up on Twitter at DeAnJilo TV and at DeAnJilo on Instagram. Thank you for joining us. We're leaving. Leave the comments. Hit us up on iTunes, YouTube, everything that TK said.
Everything.
She's in
Everything.
charge.
She's
Yeah.
in charge.
Bye, guys. Leave us alone. Please.
Shout out to
Go.
Jessica,
See you
Courtney,
next week.
Bye,
Sign off.
Jessica.
Cassandra. Thank you all for the live
Thank
chat.
you for commenting, please. Bye. Bye.
Ciao.
Bye. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.